Well, it is a brisk late afternoon, early evening here in South Bama. Um, it is a brisk late afternoon, early evening here in South Bama. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you were able to spend time with family and friends and really be thankful for everything that you have because I think things are going to continue to implode in this country. And I want to share some articles with you today. Please feel free to leave a comment down below. It is Friday, November 28th, 2025 for the record. We got a lot to talk about as we head into the weekend. Gold absolutely went bananas today. Silver went even more bananas today. We need to talk about that. What does it mean? Holiday shopping. Now we're being told this is going to be a record-breaking year for holiday shopping. Everybody's out spending money. Everybody's flush with cash. Everything looks wonderful. I was watching an interview today with Ray Dalio, with Liz Clayman. And Ray Dalio warns of an economic heart attack. And he's been talking about this for a while. We are going to have more debt coming, he says. And nobody on either side of the aisle, neither political party is doing anything about the debt. We are not hearing about fiscal responsibility from anybody. He says, if we go broke, the yield curve is going to skyrocket. The dollar is going to go way down, gold is going to go way up, and stocks are going to go way down. And I think this is exactly what we're going to watch take place in 2026. My humble opinion, don't have a crystal ball. Ray Dalio doesn't have a crystal ball, but he knows history and he knows about debt. And I think that the writing is on the wall, and I think every one of you better be paying very, very close attention. And this is another warning sign here on the hedge. Gold breaks out, silver explodes, volatility erupts. Do you have gold? Do you have silver? I remember a couple years ago, constantly people going, don't listen to JB, don't buy gold and silver, barbarous relics, nobody wants this stuff. It's going to go, to $800. Silver's going to go to $8. This is worthless. You need to be buying a bunch of cryptos. You need to be buying this, that. These people were so wrong. I hope you did not listen to them. And I don't give financial advice. I make these videos and I share with you my personal thoughts and what I'm doing, what people around me are doing. But really today, this is a special update because silver up over $3 an ounce. I've never seen that in my life. Gold up over $61 an ounce today. These are big, big numbers, and they're going to get much bigger. Silver up over $3 an ounce. I remember a couple years ago, if it went up 30 cents, that was a big deal. Now it's going up $1, $2, $3. I hope you didn't listen to these trolls, and I hope you went out and bought as much silver and as much gold as you possibly could, because this stuff is going to be worth so much money. Gold and silver now are going to play very large roles in the coming economies, the coming global economies. I do believe gold is going to be the world reserve currency if it isn't already. Look what the BRICS are doing. Look what the central banks are doing. This stuff is very, very important to own, in my opinion. And today, this is telling us, did something happen behind the scenes? Did somebody not get delivery? Something happened today. We don't know what it is. Maybe you do. Comment down below. Why did we see silver up over $3 an ounce? And what's going to happen Sunday night, Monday? I don't know. Are we going to see a pullback, or is this just going to pick up where it left off? I don't know. But what I do know is this stuff has got a long way to go. It's going to go much, much higher. I think that we could see a very, very major, big breakout coming very, very soon. That could be December, could be January, February, could be somewhere in 2026. But I mean major. This stuff could go on a tear. And the dollar is going to be in trouble. And the average person, who's ignoring this stuff, who's, blowing money, Christmas shopping, money they don't have, They just don't understand, even now, what is about to happen to them, and they have nothing to protect themselves with. They have nothing put away. They continue to doom spend. They're living in a bubble. They're believing the TV. Like, I'm watching Fox Business today. I got to tell you, everything's hunky-dory on Fox Business. You would think that we are in some economic euphoria, and we're not. And I just got to call it the way I see it. I'm listening to a couple of these shows, and they are just pumping things up, and so somebody's wrong here. Somebody's very wrong. Either the economy is collapsing, or the economy is booming, and I don't see the boom. And I keep hearing about all this Christmas shopping, steep discounts. Fox Business, steep discounts help drive record Thanksgiving Day online spending. Consumers spent record $6.4 billion on Thanksgiving Day. Really quick, somebody wrote a couple weeks ago, I'm telling people to go buy gold and silver when people don't have any money. This guy, JB, is such a bad guy. He's telling people to buy gold and silver when people don't have money. Well, according to this article on Fox Business, people went out and spent $6.4 billion on Thanksgiving Day. How many of them went out and actually bought an ounce of gold, a couple ounces of silver? I mean, these people always have excuses of why they can't do something. People going to football games, they're going to basketball games, they're spending on Thanksgiving, they're buying Christmas presents. They don't have an ounce of gold, they don't have an ounce of silver, they don't have an ounce of insurance to protect themselves when this whole thing implodes. Now, did they really spend $6.4 billion? I don't know. I guess that this is what the article is telling us. Here's another one. The Hedge, nearly 200 million shoppers expected to hit stores Thanksgiving weekend. This is more people shopping this year than last year. So the economy must be doing fine. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm out of my mind here. I've called this completely wrong. The economy's booming. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Even though I'm reporting daily that people can't even pay their electricity bill. What do we have? 6.9% delinquency rate on credit card payments. You've got 1.81 trillion in student loan debt. 3 million cars will be repoed this year in the United States of America. Yet 200 million shoppers expected to hit the stores Thanksgiving weekend. I don't get this. I really don't. Something just doesn't add up. 2 and 2 does not equal 3. And somebody is very, very wrong here. The International Council of Shopping Centers president Tom McGee said this: younger generations are steadily growing their spending power, and we expect to see that reflected this Thanksgiving weekend. Again, don't younger people have all this debt? Aren't they the ones using buy now, pay later? Aren't they the ones with all the student loan debt? Aren't they the ones that are complaining they can't buy a house? So how in the world do all these people have money to go out and spend this weekend? I don't get it. Somebody comment down below. Make this make sense to me. I don't get it. I'm confused here. Either the economy is booming or the economy is imploding. And from what I can tell from over the last few years, looking at all the businesses that are gone, all the vacant buildings, all the restaurants that have closed up, all the debt, credit card rates at 30%, people depended on buy now, pay later to pay their utility bills or to go to dinner. People putting utility bills on credit cards and buy now, pay laters. This is absolutely out of control, and we're being told everything's fine. Be very, very careful, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe you're doing good. I hope you are. Again, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I hope your family's doing well. But this is really, really not adding up. Here's another one. Holiday spending to hit record high despite economic doubts in the U.S. So they're predicting holiday sales to be up 4% from last year, but yet real inflation, most of you would agree, I would say 20%. 20% is the real inflation number. So that would put real sales at a negative 16%. We keep hearing daily that the middle class is tapped out, that the poor are getting more poor, but holiday sales are supposed to be up 4% from last year. And then on top of that, how much of this is going to be fueled buy credit cards at 25, 27, 30%. Comment down below. Am I out of my mind? Am I not reading this right? Is everything okay? Is everybody doing well? 70% of the country working paycheck to paycheck. Households, 1 in 4 households, paycheck to paycheck. And yet people are, if this is true, if this is really true, and people are going to spend over $1 trillion over the holidays, and this is all true, then people are going to get what they deserve. They will get what they deserve. Tyson layoffs hit West Texas as national beef plant shakeup expands. Their plant in Amarillo, Texas, they're cutting 1,761 jobs. Do you think these people will be out shopping this weekend? Rasmussen poll, 51% of young voters back Democratic Socialists for 2028. You know, it's scary what's going on in this country, and the rise of socialism, and people who have no idea what socialism is. We all know it evolves into communism. We've never seen I don't think there's a socialist or communist country any one of you would move to tomorrow. Is there? Very, very concerning stuff here, that people get so indoctrinated at universities and believe that this is the way, that, you know, basically you shouldn't have to work, that people that have something should give people that don't have something their money, that taxes should pay for the other half, that people don't have to work, they don't have to produce, they don't have to manufacture, they don't have to have an incentive to put food on the table. Yeah, it's disturbing stuff to see where this country is heading and how far down it has gone in the last 20, 30 years. It's very, very scary. Campbell's admission about another shocking practice resurfaces after executive fired over sickening soup claims. You've seen this on the news. We talked about it the other day. This VP who, you know, basically just said, oh, this food is for poor people. He wouldn't effing touch it. He wouldn't effing eat it. You know, 3D printed chicken, lab-grown chicken, disgusting. Well, according to this article in Daily Mail, Campbell's admitted back in September that its Napoleon, Ohio canning plant illegally dumped wastewater more than 5,400 times from April of 2018 to December 2024, breaking federal pollution laws. This company should be done. It's such a shame. An iconic American company like Campbell's breaking so many laws and then giving you the poorest quality food on the planet, where the VP for the company wouldn't even touch it. And then, you know, basically insults everybody, all their clientele, especially poor people. I mean, this is another reason why you don't want to be poor. And, you know, people will say, oh, it's money. You worship money. Oh, you know, money's evil. Money's not evil. Money is freedom. If you worship money, that's evil. Don't make money your God. If you're making money your God and you're worshiping money, that's evil. But money gives you freedom. Money gives you peace of mind. Money will allow you to sleep a little bit better at night. Money allows you to take your kids to the doctors, put your kids in a better school, allows you a better way of transportation. You don't have to go on a dangerous subway. You can drive your own vehicle, or you have a driver. Money is no doubt freedom. You can eat better food. You can feed your family better food, better quality food, not Campbell's soup. But, you know, people are so, oh, money's so this, that. You can give money to people and help people. You can feed hungry dogs. You can feed hungry people. You can put money to good use and do good things. And so I live in a world where I believe that if you have some money, it's nice to help people out. It's nice to help the animals out. Most of you know I'm an animal lover. And if I, you know, see a homeless person with a dog, you know, sometimes I help them out. We've gone out, we fed dogs, we fed people. You know, it's easy to give to a charity. It's easy to write a check or put a couple bucks in a box and give to a charity. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a lot different when you actually go out and hand somebody some food, or you give somebody a couple bucks, you know, in person. It's a lot different helping people in person than just writing a check and putting it in the mail or throwing it in a box. It really is. Now, I'm not saying not to do that. It's good that if you're doing that, if you're helping somebody, that's great. but it's a lot more satisfying. I think it means a lot more when somebody actually does it in person. And this holiday season, if you've been blessed and you see somebody that needs a little bit of help, you see some animals, some dogs on the street that might need some food, some homeless people. Hey man, you know what? What's wrong with giving them a couple bucks or helping them out a little bit? I have a soft spot for animals. And sometimes when I see people and I sincerely believe that they need some help, that they're not going to just go and use it for booze or whatever, which, hey, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But during the holidays, if you've been blessed and you have the means, I believe you're going to get it back. And I believe it's the right thing to do, that we help people who are down, who need a little bit of help. And again, if they go and buy booze, whatever, that's on them. But, that's their choice. But I think it's a nice thing to do. Hey, buy somebody some food, give them some food. Give them some food. Give their dog some food. I think that God looks at that, and I think you'll be blessed for it. And I just think whether you're blessed or not, it's the right thing to do. I don't know how I got on that point, but it's the holidays. I saw a homeless guy today, actually, and you don't see too many homeless people out here. Had no legs, in a wheelchair. I was at the grocery store. By the way, I bought some coffee cream, some yogurt, some cheese, some lunch meat, a couple items to clean the house, some stuff for the kitchen. Over $200. Over $200. I asked the cashier, I go, what? How does a family of four come in here and then buy some steaks, some hot dogs, some chicken, feed a family of four? How do people do this? She goes, I don't know. But anyways, I'm in that grocery store. I come out, I see this gentleman, no legs, in a wheelchair. And I just think, what's this guy's life like? What has this guy gone through? What's the rest of his life going to be like? I gave him a couple dollars. Some other people did too. And you know what? I don't feel bad about it one bit. And what he does with it is on him. But man, to see somebody, think about this, as we just had Thanksgiving yesterday. I see a guy today in a wheelchair, young guy, maybe early 30s, no legs, just sitting in a wheelchair with no legs in the parking lot of a grocery store. And you can judge him, you can make fun of him, you can do whatever you want to do. But I saw a human being that had a rough life, had a bad life. And I don't know if it's going to get much better. I pray that it does. But if you think you got it bad, if you think you had a bad Thanksgiving, a bad year, a bad day, how would you like to be sitting in a parking lot, in a wheelchair with no legs? I'm going to leave it there. Think about that. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Be careful out there. Have a great weekend. We are blessed. We are really, really blessed. There's a spiritual war going on. Good versus evil, ladies and gentlemen. God versus Satan. We are blessed. Make sure you choose the right side and know where you go when you leave this earth. Take care.